Hey there, this is Ron on episode 46 of No Code, No Problem. Today's episode is brought to you by Adalo. Adalo is a powerful no-code tool that you can use to build mobile and web apps in minutes. I featured Adalo on episode 2 before they were a sponsor, and I highly recommend you check them out at adalo.com. Use the code No Code, No Problem to get 20% off your first 6 months, or use my referral link in the description. So to start today's episode off, I want to plug in, again, our partner with Rise. They are a co-working space in New York City. They have offices all over the world, and they're having a back-to-work event series, and it is an interactive conversation led by leading minds in fintech. If you're interested in fintech, I recommend you checking it out. October 20th to the 22nd from 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern Time each day. They'll have 3 different workshops during those days, and I'll have the link in my description. So if you want to check it out, highly recommend. They are our partner in New York, so we'll be definitely hosting some events at the office there whenever there's not a coronavirus going on. So speaking of Adalo, they press on now with David Atkins at CEO. He was one of the co-founders. And Jeremy posted on Twitter that he was fired and is now building another company, which is just madness, but both are great guys, and I wish them both success in their new roles. Jeremy was, I believe I sent him the first email whenever I first reached out for them to sponsor the podcast many episodes ago, and he believed in the vision, so really appreciate him. And then also David's a great guy. I've had plenty of conversation with him. So like I said, I wish them both the best of luck, and I'm sure they'll both do great in whatever they're doing. So today's tool of the day, and just a side note, this is not sponsored. I found them on Twitter, thanks to No Code Jack. But today's tool of the day is Whimsical. They allow you to build a visual workspace through flowcharts, wireframes, mind maps, and sticky notes. It is free up to 4 boards, so you can go check it out at whimsical.com. I'll have the link in the description, but it's WHIMSICAL.com. I will have the link in my bio, like I said. And I actually discovered it, like I said, on Twitter, at NoCodeJack, J-A-C. He posted a Twitter thread about automation and building automation workflows for small businesses. And he described Whimsical as a tool, and I quote, "You can look at how information moves around your business and map it out." Which I think is really powerful whenever you're planning out small workflows in your business, and then comparing them to the overall flow of information and tasks. So thank you, Jack, for sharing this with the community. And if you often struggle with doing similar things, then Whimsical would be great for you. Moving on to the next thing, which is the meat of the episode. Over the last few months, I have seen some awesome products being built with Bubble. Like an example is No Code Founders by Chade T, which he just launched a 2.0 of. Badass. Huddle by Mark and Nav. But they're building something incredible too. Probably the most complex app actually built with Bubble. But a recent project that I found being built with Bubble worth noting is called Modern Action, which seems to be a new way to actually bring social changes rather than just signing a stupid petition that ultimately does nothing. An example of that is change.org, and I'm sure all of you are familiar with change.org. So you're probably wondering, what do they do? Modern Action sends emails advocating for change to elected officials where you live or where the change needs to take place in 2 simple steps. So the first step is discover. You can easily find and create worthwhile causes. They have a verification system that ensures all verified causes come from legitimate organizations. Then, instant email. You enter your home and email address, and a pre-written letter will be prepared for you. You simply click send, and that letter will be emailed to the representatives from your district. Talk about badass, right? So Colum and Jack are the 2 working on it, and they're really working on something that is badass. And if you are interested in what they are doing and want to contribute in any way to Modern Action, you can find them at modernaction.io. They are currently looking to partner with nonprofits of all kinds to lead change. So if you own, work, or know someone who does any of those things for a nonprofit, they would love to connect. You can find their contact information at modernaction.io, and make sure to go check them out. join their wait list, and get ready for their beta to launch using Bubble. So I love, we have a lot of for-profit tools being built and for-profit companies being built with Bubble, but it's awesome to see people changing the world with Bubble, and Modern Action is the perfect example of it. So thank you all again for listening, and I will see you next time on No Code, No Problem.